Silver Spring Speedway, located near the Mechanicsburg Camp Hill area, was home to street stocks, 358 late models, and the Super Sportsman division. When the Speedway closed several years ago, Williams Grove took them in.
A lot of the staff and whatnot moved over here, and we took over the series, and we run the same three divisions that they ran for decades and decades. It's historical. It's fun. It's unique. You know, a lot of our fan base is with sprint cars, 410s and 358s. You know, we have a great crowd on Friday nights that come out and are just diehards to that. This brings a whole new group of people. It's got its own fan base. I mean, Super Sportsmen are extremely legendary, extremely unique. We're the only track in the country that runs them on a weekly basis. So they bring in their own fan base. They're a fun group. I think just the historicness of it and the popularity of Silver Spring Speedway, and then the fact that we have a $5 admission.
What? Rewind!
And then the fact that we have a $5 admission is probably the best bet you could get in racing. To come out, see three divisions, three full shows. We're not, chipping you off. We're getting a couple hours of racing in with plenty of cars, and it's all for $5.
The Saturday night series at Williams Grove is only $5 per person, except kids. Kids 12 and under are free.
However, we do have a lot of people that come in, especially because of the admission price, that come in. You've never been to a race before, looking for something to do on a Saturday. We'll bring in their entire family. It could be their first race ever. It is our hope that they enjoy it so much they'll come back.
We love the Super Sportsmen, late models, street stocks back from the Silver Spring days. It's family. I mean, we love coming here. Usually his mother comes, grandmother, but we enjoy it. It's $5. It's really nice to be able to come out and do something, all of us, for $5.
The Saturday night series isn't good for fans only. It's good for drivers to get their start, and it can present new opportunities as well.
I mean, we've had quite a few this year that have moved between classes to class. We have quite a few that moved up from our street stock class to our late model class. Some that have gone from street stocks to Super Sportsman or late model to Super Sportsman. We have a lot of historic guys in years past that have gone that race a long time in Super Sportsman and now racing 358s and 410 sprints in this area at our track and across the country. So yeah, it's absolutely a great stepping stone. I mean, a lot of the great things about this is these cars are a lot cheaper to run. They're easier to build, put together. And cost is certainly very important in this business. So, it's easy to come in if you just love racing to, come in here, get your roots up, and then, maybe move into sprint cars or, asphalt racing, or, I'm sure the hope for a lot of these, especially the young kids, is to go on to NASCAR. So that certainly could be a dream too.
We sold out of our micro stuff last year and wanted to go full-size sprint car racing, and this was probably our most cost-affordable step to do it because of being run out of my own pocket. I'll never be able to be competitive as I want to be in a 410 or a 358 just because of motor cost. So I'd rather be competitive in a class like this unless I get picked up by a team owner.
There's so many people in this area, and we want to give them something to do. And certainly, even outside of racing and anything that you can do. I mean, what can you do for for $5 a person? And if you have kids, to bring them in for free. So we're going to try to grow that. And as far as the cars go, our car counts keep getting better and better each year. That means the Super Sportsmen, they bring in 35 to 40. I believe there's close to 65 cars on the entire roster of ones that will run here throughout the year. And our late models and street stocks are doing about the same as far as growing in their car counts. And so we just hope that we can keep putting on a good show, getting the word out there that each week this is the place for people to come run and for fans to come see.
The Saturday night series didn't run this week because the World of Outlaws were in town, but they'll return to their regular schedule this Saturday night. Highlights from Sunday afternoon's race at Mountain Speedway up next.
It's known as the Tricky Triangle, a track whose sum total equals a challenge like nowhere else.
Smoke is boiling between Bush and Johnson.
It is Pocono Raceway, where the first race was won by a king. Every race is full throttle to the photo finish.
Virtual dead heat.
And wrecks are not the end, but the start of a comeback. This is Pocono Raceway, where history is measured in right angles.